Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 19. I'm Andy and this is Let's Play on Bioreal Farm. So we're going to start in our Excel document because I sold off something and bought something new. So the thing I sold off was the Abbey slurry spreader, and the reason why I sold it off because it was really, well, it took a while, which was okay, but I figured I wouldn't have to invest that much money before I could buy something, and that would make it much more easier. So what I did was I sold it off and I bought this. I bought a Samsung PG25-2. I bought it used. It cost 2,221 euros. That was with a dribble bar, and I lent 40 grand to get it, which meant the rest I took out of the bank account. So we now have 29,000 in bank account, but we have this and we're going to repay it during 4 years, I think. So the installment will be this, because this was old and used and we don't want to have too many years of doing that. But if we go over to the actual game, here we go. So here it is. It's a 25 cubic meter slurry spreader, and I did look around and try to figure out how fast it would unload and that sort of stuff. So this is now set up so it unloads in a more realistic time period, which is usually issues with all the spreaders. The spreaders, I think, in the game is that they have a highly unrealistic way of spreading. I mean, they unload so fast, basically. So, but this now unloads in a more realistic way, from what I gather, I could find out. So 25 cubic meters is quite a lot, and it takes about 5.5 minutes ish to unload, which I think would probably be pretty realistic at these speeds and this with this size dribble bar. What do you call it? A dribble bar? Doesn't seem like it's dribbling. It's more like spraying. It's a bar. So it also gave me a chance to go into this tractor. Our I have to see what it's called. It's 8345. 8345. I will never learn that. Which is a really big tractor. Of course, they didn't make that turn. Let's go over the field then. So I have to go across here and I have to set up my GPS where it could be here-ish. So 36 meters is wide. It's very wide, but I run it about 7 kilometers, like the other one. So the way I tried to look around for stuff online on how fast you would run this, and it wasn't that easy to find. I don't know why I can't find it, probably looking in the wrong places, but I couldn't find it. So what I eventually did was I tried to use other things I knew about slurry spreading as a base for calculating how basically how long it would take to spread slurry with this one. doing with this arm, I don't know. Don't want to set the width just yet because sometimes it sort of doesn't want to work that well. Like so. I want to first get it to line up here and then we're going to set the width. Okay, so now it's lined up. We can go here and all the width. And that will, otherwise it will offset, which is a bit of a hassle. Okay, so now it's set up. We can just move along here. I will spread a little bit here before. We'll spread. So you can see, if you use the in-game one, the in-game Samsung, it would empty like in no time at all. This is, I think, much more realistic. I think there's mods so you can select different parts of this, but I can't get that to work. Could probably try that again to see if I could get it to work. So I haven't decided if I'm gonna keep these fields separated or if I'm gonna. I think some of these big fields I'll probably join together by basically just plowing the mid section there. But I'm not sure. I want to think about it a little bit more. Based on what sort of crop I'm going to plant and where. There's no issue. I could join them together again if I wanted to. So things go a lot easier when you slow down. I realized. I just did what everyone else did. I just ran everything really fast because I wanted to get forward in the game as fast as possible. And then I suddenly realized that maybe that's not the way to go about it. Maybe not a way to go about it at all. Maybe I should go about it in a way that makes sense. I'm gonna hit the tree somehow. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe. Oh, I managed. Maybe I can do this from my inside, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're kind of getting closer to the end of me slurry spreading, which has taken a while, but this speeds it up quite fast. We have this field left, this field left, and this field left, so it's not a ton of stuff to do, luckily. Also waiting for the calves to arrive so I can, well, firstly sell them off and also start producing some milk. I'm curious how it will turn out. Because this is a dairy farm and I want to produce milk and see how much money I make from it. See if it's a realistic milk making model for milk. I'm not sure about that, but No, it's not working because I'm in complete dimwit. I'm not gonna go back there, I just want to get in the right position here. No, there we go. It's like I can't get that to work. Now it's working. Okay. It takes a while. This is so annoying. It's hooked up to the joystick, and that's sort of an issue because sometimes I move the joystick. I just move it a little bit because you can refill, use this if you want to refill, but I don't have a slurry lagoon to do that in, so I'll have to hook it up with this hose, which works nicely. It's a nice one. I like this. This is a cool tractor, and this is a great implement. The one I bought used, if you look at Damascus where I bought it used, it didn't have this wide of a bar. I think it was like 30 maybe. So it was less. But I think, well, I can find it a little smaller in farming, for a Farming Simulator 19, so that's why this is it. But well, it works. I think it works. I did calculate everything, so it should be the equivalent of how long it takes to empty and that sort of stuff. Realistic in that sense. So I realized I had so much slurry, and it was going to take so long to empty all of this and to spread it. So I experimented with some other slurry spreaders, something called the Camara, I think it was called, which was also pretty good, but it didn't have any bar at back, so it was basically, it spread with a width of 14 meters, but it could hold let's see, it could hold 30 cubic meters in it, so it was quite a big load, and meant you could spread, well, I probably spread for like 16 minutes or so before I had to load it again. You could use it for quite some time, but it wasn't that wide. This is wider and about a third of the time, but I think it's better this way. We'll have a more efficient operation. And we're trying to find that, look into that. But it did cost me a bit of money, of course. Everything costs money. And hopefully we'll have it back in the end, efficiency wise. See, it's on this side. Here's some issues with this one because it's a little hard to get into the right position. So. Let's see, so we'll switch over to the tank and we'll go press R to refill it. Tried to slow it down a little bit more, the refilling process, but I couldn't. I don't know. I think think it refills a bit too fast from a realism point of view. Let's see how much slurry we have left here. So 1.1 million liters. So quite a lot. We spent quite a lot actually doing the slurry spreading, but still quite a lot left. That's okay, we're gonna use it. So that's full. Maybe I should have gotten a bigger one. This is 25. You can buy a 28 for marginally more money. But so if I suddenly decided that, oh no, I bought a 28 instead, that's because well, 25 is okay too, you know. You remember from last episode I built this road here and get down easier, so it's good, pretty handy in this part of the operation. I'm gonna look forward to planting, that will be fun. Especially with the horse, which is a 9-meter plant instead of the 6 meters I used to own. It did cost me a lot of money, that planter. It's probably one of the more expensive equipment on a farm. Or in this farm at least. We're doing okay, we have quite a lot of loans, but we have a good, okay amount of money in the bank. We're gonna make some money with the calves, we're gonna actually we'll go down, we'll do the road up down there. We have plenty of work to do, so that's, we're gonna have our work cut out for us until springtime. I don't know which fields I need to plow. I think there are probably a few fields. Actually, there's no fields I need to plow for some reason. Oh, well, I guess that's good. But we could cultivate them. Get them ready that way. Cultivate them and maybe spread another layer of slurry on them. Or maybe we'll do that in the spring. Okay, so let's turn left here. It's ridiculously wide. Okay, so in real life you wouldn't be able to drive here because you would knock over all the little things on the edge there. Because you would knock them over. This is too wide. Very wide. We'll drive over the field instead. So this field, that field up there, and then one little small field over two. So that's it. With this area to do. So this is quite a big area, so it's going to take a while. From this angle it's much easier to see where you should spread, not. And then we go up and down this field. So I'm not 100% sure about the spread rate, but I think this is as close as I can get it with my data. I don't have much data, so I wish I had good data, but I don't. So in my point of view, this is probably as good as I can get it. If it's realistic enough, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Probably not. There's probably some issues, but I'm trying to get this at least this let's play as realistically as I can, but hard when you don't have enough data. And I'm not a farmer, so I don't really know how stuff works in real life. So up here is the edge. You can see it there. Now you can see pretty clearly where I left off on the last run. So just erase this. And we'll go off to the side here, so you don't have to run through the parts where we already spread slurry. Not hope. Around there. Okay, so working away. So this has taken a couple of days in the game to do, but that's not too bad, especially with this spreader. I mean, doing the other one, I did quite a lot with the other one, and that was fun. The small Abbey one, I did a lot with that, but I had to refill every 6 minutes, which is basically like this one, except this one spreads a much larger area, or 3 times the area. Like I can't remember the name of it. Was also pretty cool, and in that it spread a lot of area, but it could do long runs. Basically, that was the cool part about it. But it didn't spread much a larger area than the Abbey. So just 2 meters. It has 40 meter width. The Abbey had a 12 meter width. So the difference there, but a cool thing too. I landed at probably looked around what you could buy online, what you could buy for farmers in real life used, and there's a ton of these. So I landed at buying one of these. Well, no, of course not. Oh, well, it was close. So now it's almost 5 minutes again, and we need to refill it. But I'll do that off screen. I'll finish everything. I'll finish the slurry spreading this time off screen, so you don't have to follow me doing this again and again, over and over again. We'll see you then. So I'm Andy, this has been a Let's Play on Buy Real Farm, Kieselberg edition, and slurry spreading, and I had a new slurry spreader which I wanted to show you. That's about it. Anyhow, thank you for watching. I'm Andy. If you like this did I just say that? If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment or share. And I will see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.